What's up, guys, and welcome to today's show. More transfer news and rumours for you guys today. So let's start off with Arsenal. Havertz is in the door. Declan Rice fee's been agreed. Jurrien Timber, apparently today, Fabrizio Romano broke the news as usual. Arsenal and Ajax have agreed on the fee, and the fee is between 40 and 45 million. So it looks like Timber is on his way to the Emirates, but the caveat to that is that the medical has not yet been arranged, but don't panic. As far as I know, it looks like this deal is pretty much done. The fee's been agreed, personal terms have been agreed, and Jurrien Timber will be the third Arsenal player of this transfer window, and he will not be the last. Like I've said, the medical has not been agreed, but it will be agreed the medical will be arranged very, very soon. So, Manchester United have finally got their man. Mason Mount will be going to Manchester United. They have agreed a fee with Chelsea of £60 million for the English midfielder. Now, this is good for Manchester United. They need a little bit of an upgrade in that midfield, and I think that Mason Mount, with his energy, with his endeavour, with his attitude, he is a good player, and I think that'll be fantastic for Manchester United. This deal seems to be drawn out. We all know that Chelsea want to get rid of players. They want players to come in like Caicedo and such, so they need players out. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has gone to AC Milan, and another academy starlet, Mason Mount, will be on his way to Manchester United. On Manchester United, Onana is strongly linked with him. Top goalkeeper, knows Ten Hag very well with their time together in Ajax. Now, Manchester City, they pulled out of the deal to sign Declan Rice, but it looks like they're linked with the centre-back from Croatia. Let me just get his name so I say it properly. Josko Gvardiol, the young centre-back, Croatian centre-back. We saw some of him during the World Cup for Croatia. He was playing with the mask on his face. He's a monster of a centre-back. Listen, Manchester City are already rich in centre-backs, Laporte, John Stones, Diaz, Akanji, but this centre-back here, let me just get his name again because this will be the last time I have to memorise it. Gvardiol. This centre-back here, Gvardiol, is an absolute monster, and he's young, and he's going to cost upwards of about £100 million. So it looks like Manchester City might be prioritising using their finances in areas that they might think need an upgrade. Now, they are fantastic centre-halves. Laporte might be on the way out, but if Gvardiol comes in, he ain't even guaranteed to start. Such is the depth that Manchester City have, but they will have another exceptional centre-half to use, and we all know that Pep loves his squad rotation. So, moving on to Chelsea, they'll get rid of Mason Mount, but what's happening at Chelsea, they're able to free up the wages, with them able to get some money back in, getting rid of a lot of players, coinciding with the FFP rules, following the rules, they'll be able to spend money again eventually. And it looks like the link with Moise Caicedo is very, very strong. That is a midfielder that they probably need. They've lost Kante, so they probably need a player of that sort of mould in that midfield. There's also a link that, they've got Martinez and they've signed in Cuckoo, but they still don't have a recognised number 9. They don't want Lukaku. I think they're trying to engineer a loan move with Inter Milan, but this time a loan move that will guarantee that Inter Milan buy him afterwards. I think that will suit both parties. Lukaku started to come back to his best form, after sort of the World Cup. He had some injuries, but after the World Cup, towards the end of last season, he started to come back into his best form. So I think that Inter Milan is the home for Lukaku. He did turn down a move for Saudi, and I think that really means that he wants to stay at Inter. He wants to stay with the Milan club, and if Chelsea and Inter Milan can sort of figure out a deal which is a loan which then they have an obligation to buy him into Milan. That would suit all three parties: Lukaku, Chelsea, and Inter Milan. So, this transfer window is moving and grooving. There's a lot of pieces that are moving across the board. There's a lot of links. There's another rumour actually that I want to cover, and that is a link that Arsenal are linked with Chukwuemeka from Real Madrid. Now, I'm going to take this with a pinch of salt, but it's been all over sports publications, sports media, Instagram, Twitter. I'm going to take this with a pinch of salt. I think Arsenal's top target, once they've got Declan Rice announced and Timber announced, I think they're going to then go for Lavia from Southampton. Now, he won't be cheap. He'll probably be in the region of 50, 60 million pounds. He's a top young centre midfielder. But Liverpool may be in the race to sign Lavia also. Liverpool have been quiet since they signed McAllister from Brighton, but they may also be in a race to sign Lavia. So there may be a bidding war there between Arsenal and Liverpool. But I think Arsenal are moving like a big club again. They have their spark, their X factor. They've got that feeling of players, I want to come to Arsenal. They want to play for Mikel Arteta. They want to be under the project. The Cronkies are treating Arsenal like they treat their other sports franchises and splashing money and treating it like it should be at the top level. So if it does come down to a bidding war between Arsenal and Liverpool for Lavia, really, the idea, listen, Liverpool are a top club. They've been much more successful than Arsenal of recent years. But obviously they're not in the Champions League this year. But they're still a top club with a super manager. But they're not in the Champions League. But more than likely, Lavia may more than likely start more games at Liverpool because of the lack of depth they have in their midfield. Lavia might want certain demands at Arsenal that he will play games. And I think he will. But maybe he'll play more games at Liverpool. Maybe he'll get more solid assurances. This is going to be one to look out for as the weeks go on in this transfer window. And I'll be looking out for it. I'll be keeping my eyes and my ears to this. But if Lavia doesn't happen, one of the names on Arsenal's list is Chukwuemeka from Real Madrid. And they've priced him at around 85 to 90 million pounds, which for a player of his quality, that's the price. Now, Chukwuemeka, since he came to Real Madrid last year, the 2021-22 season, he played a lot more games than he did in the last season, 2022-23. He was sort of in and out of the team on the bench. Maybe he wants more assurance. I would have thought with Modric and Kroos getting a year older, even though they've both signed a contract extension, they will sort of take a back seat from playing football and just be in and around the training ground, in and around the dressing room, passing on their experiences and their knowledge and their qualities to Bellingham, Camavinga, Valverde and Chukwuemeka. This will be interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, like I've said previously, Real Madrid should really be looking to rotate the midfield of those four. And that should be the future. Kroos and Modric should take a back seat as good as they've been, as legendary as they are. I don't know how much truth there is in this. He'll be very expensive, as he should be with a player of that quality. But I'm going to take this with a pinch of salt. I think it's more likely that Arsenal will go for Lavia and there might be, a bidding war between Liverpool and Arsenal. But Arsenal have already flexed their financial power and showed that they can outbid a top team like Manchester City. And I believe that we'll be able to outbid Liverpool for the players' services if it comes down to a bidding war. Newcastle have signed Tonali. They've been linked with a couple of other players throughout Europe. Nothing solid as yet, but I think with their FFP restrictions, they can't spend as much money as say an Arsenal can because of their FFP restrictions. So that's going to end it for today's video. I've covered most of the transfer news and rumours from today, and I'll be back tomorrow with more transfer news and rumours and any other football news of any credit for you guys tomorrow. So please guys, comment, smash the like, share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Peace.